With the boom of e-commerce globally, it was inevitable that fraud would also rise. In 2021, e-commerce businesses lost $20 billion due to fraud. This fact alone underpins the importance of protecting your business's revenue and trustworthiness from fraudsters and cyber attackers. Fortunately, there are several steps you can take to stop fraud preemptively. We will go through some key questions you should ask your payment service provider about risk management. Do they monitor fraud in real time? Your payment service provider should maximize the value of your payment data to preemptively stop fraud. This should entail 24/7 risk monitoring, topped with real-time fraud prevention tools to facilitate fraud management. Are they using geolocation and an address verification service? An address verification service, known as AVS, will send a request at the payment gateway asking for user verification from the issuer. The user has to provide their billing address and postcode. If the billing address information provided by the cardholder doesn't fully match with the cardholder's billing address on file at the issuing bank, the transaction needs further investigation and should go through further risk checks. Are they leveraging 3D Secure 2? Verifying customer identities using 3D Secure 2 or 3DS2 offers a layer of protection against fraudulent transactions and quite often, chargebacks. 3DS2 is a security protocol that satisfies the requirements of strong customer authentication, known as SCA, a crucial part of the European Payment Service Directive 2. 3DS2 prompts the user to provide a combination of two of the following elements. Something they know, for example, PINs, passwords, personal information, or a security question. Something they own, such as a credit or debit card, a mobile or wearable device. Something they are, which can be proven by biometric data like a fingerprint or facial recognition. Your payment service provider should work closely with you to define the transactions that should undergo 3DS2 authentication. Are they assigning transactions a risk score? Typically ranging from 1 to 100%, a risk score is calculated based on several risk factors and fraud patterns that will determine if the transaction has a high chance of being fraudulent. Some of these factors include, but are not limited to, the following. BIN match. Cardholders should have a billing address in the same country as their card issuer to ensure a BIN and billing country match. Geolocation detection. Fraudsters may use anonymous proxies to bypass geolocation filters. Such transactions are likely to be fraudulent. High-risk countries. Transactions with billing or IP addresses from geographies associated with high rates of fraudulent transactions are likely to generate higher risk scores. Depending on the score, you can work with your payment service provider to decide whether to accept, decline, or manually review transactions under this scope. Are they applying device and ID verification? It can be useful for some businesses to have tools that compare several elements and check the identity of the cardholder, such as the connections between devices, identities, and locations. This step can block and prevent possible online fraud transactions from slipping under the radar. Are they setting transaction limits? Setting transaction limits with your payment service provider will automatically flag suspicious transactions over a certain amount to avert potential fraud and chargebacks. These amounts could vary based on your business model and industry, so it's crucial to set the right limits to secure-proof your payments. At eMerchant Pay, we are dedicated to safeguarding your business against fraud, so you can, in turn, protect your customers and brand. Our advanced rule-based risk engine, built on over 10 years of historical transaction records and expert insights, monitors your incoming traffic in real time and flags potential fraud, so you can be sure that your online payments are always secure while focusing on what matters most for your business. eMerchant Pay, payments made secure.